Hi guys, today I'm going to go over why the market does not take out certain pools of liquidity. We're going to be looking at this high over here. These are equal highs, almost perfectly to the tick. So there would be stop orders above here. But why does the market not take this high out all the way until later in the day? Around here. Let me scroll back. Okay, so one of the first indication is if you start seeing the market take out high after high and they start violating certain gaps, then it could be an indication that they're not most likely not going to take these highs out because they're already taking out enough liquidity by piercing through these highs over here, because there's also stop orders above here, here, these highs over here and here. So when you start seeing them take out stops already before this high, we call this internal highs, then there's a high probability that they're not going to take this out and they're probably go lower. And along with these highs, we also have a gap right here. Let me draw this out real quick. Okay, so at 9:30 open, this would be they took it out first time, this would be the second time, and this would be the third time. So at 9:30 open, this is the third time they've taken out liquidity on the upside, and this candle violated this gap, and immediately we tested it and went lower. So in this instance, you never know if they're gonna go lower yet because we are still somewhat bullish beforehand. So what you do is you wait for the first value gap after this short term reverse, yeah. And so this is the first value gap afterwards, and you want to see what they do at this first value gap. So we draw this out. We closed above it here, but for the most part we respected this gap here. So this is where I went short somewhere in here, and my first target was this low right here because this would be the first obvious low to target, and then these lows over here, this candle as well as this candle. Same thing would apply in this case for this low right here. You never know if they'll take out the external liquidity, such as this high or this low right here. So what you want to do is you want to target like obvious lows beforehand. They have, which is this low, and this low. So you target one of these. This was already hit, so you would target this low or this low. This is the easier low to target, but this low is never guaranteed. You never know this for sure, but it's always safe to target. You have target 1 here as well as target 2 here. But regardless, you can see what happened right after this. But yeah, anyways, this is what I look for when I trade at market open. I look for how they're taking out liquidity beforehand at 9:30. 9:30, I see this liquidity pool here, but beforehand we take out 1, 2, and 3 at the third time. This gave me an indication that we're most likely gonna go short and aim for this low right here. Even though we did not take it, they were aiming for this low, which they did take out later in the day because this low and this low would be relatively equal lows, which they punched through, took it, and eventually went for these highs over here. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and follow for more.